What is going on, guys? My name is Joker, and today I have an interesting Kingdom Hearts theory. And this theory has to do with the future of the series going into the next saga of Kingdom Hearts. I have a bit of evidence to support this theory, but also remember that this is only a theory and that it should be taken with a grain of salt and not too seriously. Now, this theory does contain spoilers for Kingdom Hearts 3 and Union Cross, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I suggest you finish Kingdom Hearts 3 and Union Cross up until its current chapter to avoid these spoilers. Alright, you guys have been warned, so now I will continue. Now, my theory is that I believe Luxord, that's right, Luxord from the organization is in fact Brain, and that Brain is from the future and is on a hell-bent mission to stop the Master of Masters from carrying out his plan. I do believe I may know what the Master of Masters is planning as well, but I'll save that for another video. Make sure you all subscribe to my channel and turn those notifications on so you know when I drop that video in the future. Anyhow, back to the point. I think that Luxord is in fact Brain, and that the reason Luxord doesn't look like Brain is similar to the way Luxu doesn't look like his original self. That's right, the body hopping method. Remember in the epilogue of Kingdom Hearts 3 where Luxu says that it is in fact him, despite going through many semblances? This is because Luxu knows the ability to pass his heart into another body and steal their body at his own and prolong his own lifespan by taking over different hosts. This ability is actually confirmed to be legit. So I believe that Luxord, or whoever Luxord originally was, is a victim of Brain's body hopping ability to make sure that he can continue his plans on stopping the Master of Masters. Now here is the evidence I have that supports my theory of Luxord being Brain. If you have read the secret reports in Kingdom Hearts 3, you may have noticed Secret Report 11, which is written by Luxu himself. Luxu states that one of the new foretellers is a virus in the program that the Master of Masters so carefully wrote. One thing I noticed is how in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, Brain himself refers to himself as a virus. Brain's goal so far is clear as day, to stop the world from falling into darkness and ending. Therefore, he's trying to rewrite history and change the fate of the world and oppose the Master of Masters. One thing to take note is that Brain is desperately trying to change the fate of the world, fate being the key word here. Let me explain more deeply now. What is Luxord's title or nickname in the organization? That's right, Luxord is also called the Gambler of Fate. And that is precisely what Brain is trying to do, gamble with fate and try to change events that are set in stone. Let's not forget that in the trailer for the ReMind DLC, we see a confrontation between Xigbar, aka Luxu, and Luxord. Luxord questions Xigbar by asking who he really is. It also seems he attacks Luxu, with Luxu catching the card and stopping the attack. Following this, Luxu doesn't say anything in response. This then leaves Luxord to say, fine, it doesn't matter, I'll just keep playing dumb. So this definitely says a lot here in the scene about Luxord. Luxord obviously knows something is up with Xigbar or Luxu, and knows that he is not who he says he is. I also believe that Luxord knows much more than we think he does, and that he is in fact playing dumb. Think about it. Who else in the organization could possibly know of Xigbar being Luxu or an imposter? The only people from the same world line as Luxu currently in the present time are Ventus, Marluxia aka Laurium, Larxene aka Alrina, and Demyx. Remember that Luxord is also an ancient Keyblade wielder too. However, his identity has yet to be revealed. Now here is the next step to consider. Remember the concept of time traveling to another world line? What do all of these people have in common, you might ask? They are all from a different world line, but they lack their memory of their past lives. Something like amnesia. What if this amnesia is an effect on them from traveling to different world lines? This would explain why they can't remember. One thing stands out though. Luxu has all of his memories because his methods of body swapping. Think about it. How does Luxord know so much if he's from Luxu's time? The answer is simple. He wasn't sent to this present time like how the others were. I think that Luxord may still have his memories because he used the same ability that Luxu used to transfer his heart into different bodies or hosts. This further leads me to believe that Luxord is Brain. Remember in the scene where Luxord gives Sora the wild card and tells him that the card just might turn the tables? Nothing in Kingdom Hearts is ever coincidence. Ever. Nomura also confirmed that the wild card that Luxord gave Sora is the key to Sora's revival. How would Luxord have known that Sora was going to die or disappear? He would have had to know a lot more than he thinks he does. Remember how Brain used to be always reading the Book of Prophecies? I believe that Brain knew of Sora and what would happen to him before it even happened, hence him giving Sora the wild card. Now this is where things get juicy though. I think that Brain is from the future and that Ava is the traitor. This is because in Union Cross, when Brain is asked by Ventus why he's always reading the Book of Prophecies, Brain replies and says he has a goal. He then goes on to say that right now we're still walking the path of a ruined destiny. He also says that he's going to rewrite it. This obviously stands out to me as Brain wants to change the future. He says the world is moving toward a fixed path of ruin and that overwriting the memories of the Keyblade War didn't change that. This is when he says he's going to be the virus that rewrites the program that is this destiny, meaning he's going to rewrite or go against the plan of the Master of Masters. I believe that Brain is from the same future of ruin, and maybe Brain has traveled to this time to change that said future. Remember that Brain was never meant to be one of the Union leaders because Strelitzia was the 5th chosen? Don't you think it's pretty weird how Strelitzia is suddenly struck down and killed? Her copy of the Book of Prophecies was stolen and suddenly Brain just shows up out of nowhere to take her place? This brings us to the statement that I made on Ava being the traitor. Think about it for a second. Ava knows who all the Union leaders are. So why would Ava allow Brain to be sent to the World Line after the Keyblade War? I think that Brain convinced Ava to work with him. He convinced Ava with his details of the future and the ruined path that they're headed for. Ava is a strong believer in light and is a good person at heart, or so I believe at least. So she agreed to helping Brain to be the virus and attempt to change the fate of the world. Therefore, Ava is technically the traitor. Remember in the epilogue of Kingdom Hearts 3 when Ava is missing from the group and Luxord says, "I guess Ava didn't make it after all"? I think I know why Ava didn't make it. Luxord says he told Ava clear as day what he had to do. Opposed to this plan, Ava takes matters into her own hands and works with Brain to change the fate of the world. I believe that Ava used her power of waking to send Laurium, Elrina, Demyx, and Ventus to the Birth by Sleep era in order to stop them, from meeting their doom, just like how Sora used the power of waking to save the Guardians of Light. This came with consequences, and the price was Ava's life, similar to the situation that kind of happened to Sora in Kingdom Hearts 3. And having Ava missing is confirmation to Luxord that she's carried out her role. This may be why Luxord looks up and smiles with that sinister look on his face. I don't think that Luxord was meaning the role Ava had to start the Dandelions. I think this role he's meaning is her fulfilling the role as the traitor. Here comes the biggest part to me now. In Kingdom Hearts, Master Yen Sid has always been that wise master who gives the Guardians of Light their intel on what to do in terms of, how to defeat the new threat, how to deal with them, and all that stuff. So now when it comes to the Master of Masters and the Foretellers, Master Yen Sid has no idea on who they are. How could he? Think about it. Think about how long ago that was. How could Master Yen Sid have any idea about any of that? This is because they're way before his time. Any information that Master Yen Sid has on them is from stories at best. Similar to how young Ericus and young Master Xehanort knew the story of the Lost Masters. It's just a story for everyone because it's so before their time. Which this leads me to believe that Sora and the Guardians of Light will need a new mentor or member or informer that can provide them with information on their new enemies. Which can only mean one thing: Luxord or Brain has to be that person. The only people possibly who could have knowledge on the Master of Masters and the Foretellers plan are Luxord, Brain, Ava, and the other 4 Union Cross leaders. The other 4 Union leaders are kind of ruled out because they have amnesia of some sort and they can't remember their past at all. Ava may be plausible, but I don't believe she's truly evil. However, I believe that Ava is dead or at least lost her heart because of her misuse of the power of waking to send the Union leaders to Sora's time in order to save them. The only other 2 options left for those who could inform Sora and the gang of this new threat are Luxord and Brain. Luxord's clearly working with the Master of Masters and carrying out his plans, so I highly doubt he'll be the one to give the Guardians of the Light insight on the new enemy. AKA himself and the Foretellers. There's no way Luxord's gonna be the one to tell them about that. That leaves the only other person left, Luxord. Luxord, who is most likely Brain, knows all about the Book of Prophecies and has just the right amount of information to give the Guardians of Light, the little help so they can overcome this new threat. So now I believe that this is all setting up the next chapter in Kingdom Hearts as possibly the fight to save the world from its ruined fate that's destined to happen. And I think that Sora and the other Guardians of Light are just what Bray needs to rewrite history and change the fate of the world. One thing I've noticed is that lately in the Kingdom Hearts series, the theme of fate has been brought up a lot. It seems that Nomura is focusing a lot on changing fate and events that are destined to happen. I think I may be onto something here. Like, think about it. Hopefully that ReMind DLC answers some of these questions we have regarding Luxord's identity and more. Let me know what you guys think about my theory in the comments section below. Do you agree with me or disagree? Do you have a theory of your own? Feel free to let me know, and others know what your thoughts and opinions are. If you liked my video, make sure to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos and content. Also, follow me on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram so you stay in the loop and never miss a thing. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. This is Joker, out.